Hey guys, Adil here. Welcome back to yet another video of TechWafer, and in this video, let's review the Tecno Spark 6. Tecno is taking over the lower-end smartphone segment with the phones like Spark 6. It is an all-in-one device for the gamers and battery enthusiasts in the lower-end segment. Enough of the praising, let's find out more in our review. Speaking about the design, we got the Ocean Blue as a review unit, and as far as its build quality is concerned, in this price range, the phone is providing decent build. The frame and the body are made up of plastic materials, yet they are tough. The back of the smartphone houses a quad circular camera setup, and right beneath the camera setup, you will find the fingerprint scanner, which is quick in its operations. The back, even though is made up of plastic material, yet it provides the feeling or at least the look of the glass finish. We were able to get a glimpse of ocean waves or layers at the back, and the shade of the blue color is lighter on the head while it is a bit darker on the bottom. The right side of the phone houses the power button along with the volume rockers, and the buttons are a bit clicky, but that's to be expected for sure. Because of its 6.8 inches large screen, the phone feels a bit bulky, and to reach the volume rockers, you'll have to shift your hands toward the right side of the phone. The left edge of the phone carries a SIM or a card tray that has a dedicated microSD card slot, which is useful for the consumers of the phone. The bottom of the phone houses a microphone with a USB micro cable right along with a 3.5mm headphone jack. And so far, if you are enjoying the video, a sub to the channel would be incredible. Speaking about the display, this phone carries a 6.8 inches display that comes with a punch hole cut on the top left corner with 83.2% screen to body ratio. I personally prefer smartphone with at least 1080 pixels of resolution, but the Spark 6 has 720x1640 pixels full HD panel. The brightness of the display is 480 nits, which is enough to use the smartphone even on a brighter sunny day. Viewing angles of the smartphone are great, especially when you are watching a movie with the friends. Speaking about the performance, the MediaTek's Helio G70, which is a 12nm chipset, is the performance powerhouse of Spark 6, and that is coupled with the 4GB of RAM. Is Tecno Spark 6 good for gaming? The short answer is yes. You can play games like PUBG Mobile at HD settings on high frame rates. I also noticed some stutter while I was playing on HD settings, so my recommendation is to get the optimum performance on this smartphone, you should play on balanced setting at ultra frames. I've also got similar opinion to run Call of Duty Mobile on this smartphone. The hardware of Spark 6 presents good value. Speaking about the software of the phone, the Tecno's Spark 6 has a custom Android skin that goes by the name HiOS, and the Spark 6 in particular is running the latest version, which is 7.0. The company seems to be active in terms of the software updates since we actually got one update during the span of a week or so. However, from a customer's standpoint, this is less ideal setup since HiOS is the heaviest and the busiest skins out there. On the one hand, it comes with a chock full of extra features which you may or may not appreciate. The Spark 6 has a ludicrous amount of preloaded applications, or you may call them bloatwares. On the other hand, there are advertisements all over the place. Even the app drawer itself features a row of app ads at the top. We are fairly certain that this heavy-handed ad strategy is meant to help subsidize the phone as much as possible and bring down the upfront cost to the end user. And we can respect that. Overall, it is an amazingly poor user experience overall. And once iOS 7 gets properly decluttered, it does become noticeably more usable. Speaking about the versatile quad camera setup, first up we have a 16 megapixel sensor that acts as a primary sensor to capture the shots. The second camera on the hand is a 2 megapixel macro lens, and the third one is a 2 megapixel depth sensor. And last but not the least is a QVGA sensor. However, if you would like to take shots of wide area, then you'll find them to be soft and very grainy. And it is not just uniform areas like sky or grass that are suffering. The issue is prominently visible throughout the frame. And at the same time, algorithm makes some adjustments that are unnecessary. And I personally think that most of these issues could be fixed with a software update. HDR does have some positive effect on the main camera, like recovering crushed details in the shadows, However, Auto HDR is not consistent enough and does not always kicks in when needed. So I took most of the shots by enabling the HDR mode. However, the front camera of the smartphone can perform a little better and it can capture some good shots, but it also struggles when it comes to portrait mode. Apart from this, I have found the camera experience of the Spark 6 to be great. You can capture stunning shots while the object is not too far from you. However, if the object is too far or you are capturing wide shots, you'll have to face little problems out there. Speaking about the battery life, the Tecno Spark 6 is equipped with pretty sizable 5000 mAh battery with the support of 18 watt charging. The battery life of the smartphone is great and it can last a full day while you enjoy playing games and watching media. The charger can charge the smartphone up to 50% in 1 hour and 20 minutes and up to 100% in 2 hours and almost 45 minutes. And if you'd like to charge the battery like me overnight, then you've got to face no problem at all. However, for the consumers who would like to charge it in an emergency situation, they'll have to face a slow charging problem for sure. Overall, the battery life of the smartphone is great. It's time for the verdict, and it is pretty easy for me to recommend Spark 6 to the consumers because of its performance and battery life. So, if you play a lot of games, then the Tecno Spark 6 is surely a great pick in this price segment. And even though it has a great battery life, you'll have to wait a little longer for the battery to charge up to 100%. So that's it for the review of Tecno Spark 6. Let me know how did you find it in the comment section below, and do not forget to subscribe to TechWafer for more fresh content like this. And with that, see you in the next one. Peace out.